So are we a go on the show?
Apparently we're doing half video, half not video. So
We are live.
Whoops.
Oh wow! Hey,
We've been live.
look.
yeah,
That
we're
was a
live.
good first line, Eric.
Welcome to the newest episode of the TV show Club Show, where we review TV shows that we collectively select. This month-ish time period, we decided to watch Atlanta, the FX comedy starring Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino. He's so hot right now.
And it's good looking.
That's an interesting statement.
I mean, if you haven't watched Zoolander, like you said, you can't remember last Tuesday.
Zoolander 2 was a terrible movie.
Well, since I didn't say two,
it's an homage to one.
Yeah, but you brought it up.
Continuing with this amazing.
Anyways, I thoroughly enjoyed Atlanta. I thought it was a great sitcom. Not sitcom, really, but really it was just an FX comedy.
Well, it's all thanks to Jay's suggestion.
That's very true.
We haven't done a roll call yet. Everyone is on board with us today for this review.
Mm-hmm.
We have Aaron.
Yep.
We have myself, Eric, bringing it to you. Jay in the corner.
Hey, it's 4:30 and I'm already late.
Wow. And then Adam.
Hey,
How are
what's
you
up?
today, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you, Eric?
Not too bad.
Okay.
But yes, I very much agree. I enjoyed this show very much. It was a pleasant surprise. I thought it was going to be very dry, but it wasn't. It wasn't. It felt very. Can I say freshly relatable? I don't know. I feel like a lot of things are too designer these days. I felt like this was just kind of like a pause into someone else's real life and problems.
Yeah, like you don't see a lot of TV shows that actually portray poverty in a real way. And I thought this show did a really good job of that. Like the way that Donald Glover's character didn't have a car. And so he had to walk, he had to rely on people for rides. Like that's the reality for a lot of people.
That's true. I mean, also the fact that he was always, he was trying to find ways to pay for child support. That's another big thing that people deal with, real world problems. I thought the dynamic or the relationship between him and his baby mama was quite interesting. Like they're together, but they're not really together, and that's okay. Like remember the episode where she like picks him up from one of his side girls' house to go to the was it? I didn't quite understand why they were going to that party with the white guy who saw black people as a hobby, but
something to do with Van's work.
I thought it had to do with either her work or with her kid getting into the daughter getting into a school or a circle or something. Possible. I don't know.
I thought it was that she'd been fired because of the weed thing in the episode before, and so the wife who was throwing the party was like an old friend of hers, so she was trying to network.
Okay.
Both for her and for Ern.
That's good. Ern, I like how they called him Ern instead of Ernest. It was a good shortened nickname.
Well, you guys, I was curious to know favorite characters.
Honestly, I love Paperboy.
Yeah.
Gotta get that Paperboy. Especially.
What was the hype man's name?
Oh yeah, the one.
Darius.
Darius.
Yeah.
Oh, he was so good. He was perfectly spaced. He was like perfectly spaced the whole time.
Yeah.
I ate those 2 blunts when the cops rolled up. It's gonna be a weird night.
Yeah. I love in the first episode when they go to Ern's parents' house, and he's talking to Ern's dad. And he's like, "Hey man, can I measure your tree?" And he's just like, "No, not right now."
Like, man, that means never.
The other thing, what was it? He was like, "Man, I hate Nigeria." She's like, "Your boy's Nigerian." What?
Yeah.
But I will say this one thing I liked about Paperboy. Like at first, I actually didn't like him. Like whenever he was first introduced, I was just kind of like, the rap's not whatever. It just felt kind of like bleh. But really, honestly, especially with the episode where there's the charity basketball game, the episode 7 with him going on the TV show with
That was by far the weirdest episode.
that was by far the best episode in my opinion. The transracial guy on the black TV.
Well, episode 7 is a creature altogether.
Yeah, I was astonished, stunned, blown away. Fantastic episode from my perspective. The fake commercials were hilarious.
You won't be surprised to know it was written and directed, that episode, by Donald Glover.
Donald Glover did a good job. I drifted like 10, 15 minutes into that episode. Then it just kind of dawned on me, like, am I still watching the right thing?
Yep.
I mean, it catches you off guard, and then you're watching Dodge commercials that you would never see. It's like, okay, something's going on here.
Was it Dodge Charger or Challenger? Say something without saying something.
Yeah, when I watched it the first time, it was on a DVR, and I just mistakenly like fast forwarded it through them the first time until I got to that Mickey's commercial with like the masks.
Yeah,
and I was like, wait a second,
you're drinking it wrong.
Yeah.
But the episode, the episode 7, whenever he was talking, I felt like episode 7 was great because it was something I feel like I hear all the time discussed and never really fleshed out. But it's the argument that the white lady had that because black people had to deal with racial inequality and the fight for civil rights, then they should be in support of transgender or homosexuals who are fighting for their own civil rights. And he was like, look, I don't give a shit what you do, you know? I don't have to, want to date Caitlyn Jenner just because you say she's a woman. And that's kind of like, I don't know, like I felt like I've seen people say this over and over again on Facebook and social media about like, straight guys saying, I don't want to be forced to, I don't know, was it, that black guy who's the rapper that was in, Jay, you know this, the one that was related to Donna in Parks and Rec.
Oh, Genuine?
Genuine. There was a big thing about Genuine, like some trans dude and Big Brother tried to like kiss him, she tried to kiss him, and he's like, I want to kiss a trans dude. I don't want to kiss a trans person. I'm not attracted to you. I have no interest in kissing you. And people were like, well, is that bigoted? Is that discriminatory? And I felt like that episode 7 was kind of addressing that. Like, well, you be freaky, do whatever you want. I'm gonna be freaky and do whatever I want. And then at the end of the day, I thought it was hilarious that the transracial guy kind of, demonstrated that he's like, yeah, I'm dealing with something, but I'm not going to support those people who are different than me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Have you guys seen this issue like raised on Facebook or social media or anything?
Well, I think what Paperboy said at the end of that episode is he says, I should be able to say something's weird without you jumping down my throat about it.
Yeah.
And there's something to be said for that.
Yeah.
Say that one more time. Say that one more
I should
time.
be able to say something weird without you jumping down my throat about it.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Like, if everybody's entitled to their opinion, and my opinion is that's weird, then you should be okay with that. Like, if I'm supposed to be tolerant of you, you should be tolerant of that.
Now, there is, if you think it's weird, that's fine. But there's this, like, paradox that in order for tolerance to work, the only thing that you must be intolerant to is intolerance. There's actually, like, this, what is it, psychology or sociology, like, word for it. But essentially, if you allow intolerance, like Nazis, to thrive in a tolerant society, then they ultimately disrupt the tolerance. You have to be intolerant to be tolerant.
I mean, I think. Oh, that's on a different.
If you don't stand for something, then you'll fall for anything.
Well, let me ask you guys a question. So, in the first episode, it all revolved around that shooting, right?
Yeah, he kicked off the mirror, and then he got aggressive and angry, and he's like, "Hey, man!" And then things just escalated, and they shot him.
Yeah, and it was actually kind of ambiguous about what exactly happened because it pulls out real far, and all you see is a flash.
Mm-hmm.
So I was curious to see, like, how did you guys interpret that? Like, what do you guys think the shooting was? Like, who shot who? How did that go?
If I remember correctly, it said something along the lines of there was a shooting, and that so and so was, arrested.
Earn and
I
their
remember
faces appeared on the TV.
Yeah, I remember there being something said about it that was unusual, but I didn't register it.
Well, like in the next episode, Paperboy and Earn are sitting in jail, and Paperboy saying, "There's no victim here. Like this is all BS." So like that kind of made me think that he didn't actually shoot anybody. He like shot past him.
Mm-hmm.
Because then after
like
that's
murder or whatever.
Like him being on the news about the shooting is really what propelled him.
Yeah,
to
I never
success.
caught that because they both got out real quick. So I don't know. I guess I kind of glazed over that. I figured he had shot him, and then somehow the TV show law was really loose.
But Justin Bieber was like, "You the guy who killed that that guy, or you shot that guy." I don't know if he said he murdered him or if he shot that guy. I don't remember that.
Well, like after that,
when he have a gun pulled on him as well.
They both had guns. Him and the guy who kicked the mirror.
Well, how did Paperboy walk out?
But I mean, you're always released on bail. Like they're not just going to hold you. Like if you got money, you can get out, and even if you don't, you can just get a bail bond.
Yeah.
Well.
Okay.
What do you guys think about the guy in the bus?
Hold on one second.
Yes,
also came up in the commercial on episode 7. The guy in the bus who warned him,
where he's like, "Gotta eat this sandwich," and then he just disappears.
Yeah,
with the dog. With
he's the same guy who came up in the commercial for episode 7.
Yeah, so like, was he a dream?
That's a good question.
Because
I'm not entirely sure.
Like if you watch it, when the guy disappears, like a cop car goes by with a siren on, and if you were on a bus asleep, that would wake you up, right?
That's true.
But then he sees him with that dog outside. So
and he actually had the sandwich.
Well, then he never touched the sandwich, but the jar of Nutella was still on the bus.
It plays it off like it's a crazy guy on the bus. And then it's a crazy guy in a commercial, right?
So this guy,
and it leaves it up to you to decide if there's more. I don't know. More than that.
Are y'all aware that the co-director, Hiro Murai, has directed mostly music videos?
Yeah, he's the one who did This Is America.
Oh wow.
Oh,
that was like really well done.
Same dude.
So This Is America, A Tribe Called Quest, Massive Attack, Flying Lotus, Chet Faker, Spoon, Queens, The Shins.
Pause 1 second. While you're looking at the music videos, I want to come back to the shooting. I thought this was really interesting. There's some theories online that argue that they believe the other guy accidentally shot himself, and that's why no official charges were brought against Alfred and Earn. And they draw this from number 1 in the comments of Alfred and Earn in the beginning of episode 2. They're not sweating the situation. If anyone had actually shot someone, I think that Earn, based off of his personality, would probably be freaking out. Second, whenever the incident is brought up by other characters throughout the rest of the season, Alfred never makes a direct comment confessing, agreeing to actually shot anybody. So,
he just kind of profits from it.
Yeah, he just kind of benefits. He doesn't say, "No, I didn't do it," but he just kind of lets the image, the perception continue because it's good for his rap game. But if the cops couldn't find anyone and all they had was the fact that he had a gun, that there was a sound of a shot, and that he had some weed on him, that would be enough to at least for the news to say there was a shooting and Paperboy and Earn were brought in. Right. But then ultimately no charges developed from that.
But the news doesn't have to report on that part.
Exactly. So I think that's a pretty good theory that the guy probably just is a dumbass and shot himself.
Yeah, that makes sense. And also in that scene, there's a guy that you don't see off camera who shouts out "World Star." Do you guys know what that is?
Yeah. He said World Star. It's like, no, don't do that to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
What is
like
that?
Adam, Aaron, do you know what that is?
No.
It's this website. It's worldstarhiphop.com, where it's like the trashiest of the trash of the internet. And it's like people fighting, people doing crazy stuff. So like if you start to see somebody
like
getting,
dark web
like
type stuff.
thrown out of clubs and beaten up by bouncers.
I want to say it's the trashiest of the trash. I would say, I mean, anytime a fight is going down, anytime like something, I mean, these are like hood videos.
Yeah, it's like meth head gets attacked outside house, and it's like a meth head getting attacked outside of a house. This is something I never knew existed.
The stuff they can't really post on YouTube.
Bro, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So like,
Okay.
anytime someone says World Star, that's almost pretty much saying like, fight, do it for the vine.
Yeah, exactly. And I had no idea this existed.
Really?
Yeah, me neither.
No.
Oh, come on, guys, get with it.
Am I
The
sheltered?
fact that you had to explain World Star is a cringe for all of us.
I didn't get it.
I didn't
I
get
didn't.
it completely.
Oh man,
Eric,
I've known
you're the only
I've known
one.
about World
You're the-
Star for
You're
like
the man out here.
10 years.
Is our privilege showing?
It's not privilege.
I think our disconnect
Yeah,
from
it's
a
ignorant.
subculture of American culture that we're not active in is showing.
I'm not active in it. I know about it.
It's like
I don't.
people get
I don't
offended
actively
nowadays
listen.
for if you don't know their culture. There's so many fucking cultures. There's so many cultures. I can't know them all.
I don't
Alright,
listen to that.
Adam is probably more into the Orient than I.
What's that?
All right.
Is it kosher to say Orient anymore?
How dare you appropriate my culture by saying it, saying that you enjoy it?
I would
Dude,
avoid it.
just because you look Asian doesn't make you Asian, Eric.
I didn't.
You said your culture.
I was quoting the haters.
Oh, okay. I don't believe in cultural appropriation personally at all. I don't believe it's a real thing.
Fun
And I
fact,
believe
neither
that-
does Sting.
I believe that all human culture belongs to all humans. So it doesn't matter where the source material, anything can be used for any purpose, any inspiration, personally. It's my thought.
There you go.
Although,
You're
I do
allowed to
wanna
have
say-
those.
I do want to say this. The T-shirt I saw this week that was my favorite T-shirt was "This is Cloud City," and it was Gambino as Lando in the "This is America" holding the gun stance.
Nice.
Yeah,
I love
So-
a good matchup.
What is?
I-
Gosh,
I
I want to
think
see
like-
that.
Solo's good. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
So favorite
I saw it,
episodes?
I'd say
Favorite
7 in the
episode.
party personally.
Oh man, it has to be the club, where the guy is just a slippery guy to the point where it's comical, and
When he-
I
when he
mean,
went through
does
that
the
wall.
door when it goes through the wall? Yeah.
Yeah. Also, doesn't
I
he
think-
look like Sammy Davis Jr.?
Yeah, he did kind of.
Kind of look like Sammy Davis Jr. I was like, wow, this guy really looks like that.
I think the funniest part of the series for me, the part where I laughed the hardest, was the invisible car gag at the end of that episode.
That was
That's really
so
loud.
good.
That got Adam good. I was sitting there with him.
Oh, I did a double take. I was like, "What?"
Man,
Is
he's
that
got
a take
invisible
back?
car. Have you seen it?
No, I'd have to say favorite episodes would probably be either the third one, where they do the drug deal and shit
Yeah.
gets real for the first time, or I don't know. I guess the first episode it was real, but the third episode it was real.
The third
Like,
episode,
they did not mind showing it.
whenever the chunky Hispanic guy shows up, and he's like, "We're like the four compadres," and like they're walking
Like-
away, he's like, "Bro, that guy's gonna die tonight."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it when Ern called and it's like, "Hey man, can I get some money?"
You
Yeah,
done
man.
deal?
Hey,
Yeah.
how'd that deal go? With the Mexicans and all the guns?
So I told everybody,
I loved how like this wasn't a story of them like making it. It wasn't just like a
Yeah.
gangster movie of like, hey, this is how we roll.
Well, there's a second season.
I mean, if they make it, I don't know. I mean, they're gonna have money, but I like it's always humble money or how a real broke.
I don't know. I think a
culture
good
is.
story shows growth. We'll see how it goes.
I agree with Eric.
I'm interested in the second season.
I kind of liked it so far. It's kind of like, just like it's almost like, I don't want to say it insensitively, but it almost feels like almost like a Black Seinfeld. Like not a whole lot has happened
Ooh.
Man,
in the sense that
it's funny you say that because I read that Donald Glover pitched this show as Curb Your Enthusiasm, but with rappers.
oh wow, okay, I mean that's perfect. I mean, it kind of feels like that. Like it's their lives and things are happening, but it's not really about the things that are happening. It's just about them. It's not
Mhm.
about making it. It's not about Ern's family life.
Well,
not
it's
about
also
his job.
Donald Glover being quirky. I mean, he's definitely having fun with the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'd say my favorite episode was the Nobody Beats the Biebs episode with the basketball game
That was a good
Yeah.
one.
with the African American actor playing Justin Bieber.
Yeah, so uncanny.
Like that threw me at first.
Was that supposed to be Justin Bieber?
Yeah, that was Justin Bieber.
I didn't get that joke at all.
Yeah, like they at the very beginning they make it clear they're like that's Justin Bieber, but like it's so unexpected.
I thought it was supposed to be someone like Justin Bieber,
Yeah, because they said that, and I was like, no, it's not.
and they were just like calling him like the Black Justin Bieber.
No, that was supposed to be Justin Bieber.
Played
Yeah,
by a
because
black
I'm
guy.
looking at
Why
the
not?
Wikipedia right now. It says Justin Bieber, who's depicted as an African American, makes an appearance in Atlanta at a celebrity basketball game.
Yeah,
That's hilarious. That flew right over my head. Oh. Because they said that.
Do you think
and I was
that's
like,
all-
no, it's not, and just went on with my day.
Well, it was just like a joke in plain sight that they just had to commit to for the entirety of the episode.
Yeah.
It's like, let's have a guy named Justin Bieber, and it's just gonna be a black dude. He'll be singing and everything, falsetto.
He'll definitely like piss in the hallway or some shit.
yeah. And he's such an asshole to everybody,
Mhm.
but you know,
that's not who I am, and that's why I'm gonna sing my new single for you guys right now.
and everybody just buys it.
That's not who I am. Yeah.
Just so I'm clear, Van's friend in the restaurant, that was a escort, right? And she was
Who?
trying to get Van to do the same thing.
Who?
The lady with the straight hair who was flying to London and shit. You remember?
Oh yeah, yes.
Okay, just confirming. Yeah.
That's an adult friend that you can hire for money.
Well, I mean, she was essentially just looking for multiple sugar daddies, right?
Well, I guess I didn't get that sense. More like in not necessarily in like the straight up money for sex thing as
Oh, no, it's
just
money
like
for company.
getting a sugar daddy
It's money for company.
Like,
yeah.
in Instagram gold digger.
Can you make money off of Instagram now? Is that a thing?
If you're
Yes.
hot enough and you can get NBA
It's been a
players
thing. It's
to
been a thing.
give you things.
Yeah.
It can be a very
Wow.
profitable choice. Dude. So,
Sorry, I had to answer the door. I'm back.
We were debating whether or not Van's friend in that one episode was she a prostitute or not.
Call girl? Yeah, I thought she was a call girl. That's how I took it.
Really? Oh man,
the
I
one
guess I'm
going
just
to
naive.
Paris and on London. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought
Because
she
there was like one or two sentences after they had conversed some that just made me think, okay, yeah, she's an escort.
and that's why I thought that she was like pissed that
She's like, you're beautiful. You can do whatever you want.
so long.
Because she brought 2 clients to their dinner.
Uh huh.
That was my understanding.
See, that's just
Yeah,
so
'cause he was,
weird.
like, instantly like, oh, so I guess you're who I'm supposed to be talking to.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, this is how
Yeah,
this
but
works
she
tonight.
ditches them like immediately, right?
No, she
Oh yeah,
ditches
she's like,
them.
yeah, I'm not here for
Yeah.
this. I'm not going to the party.
She
like,
ditches
they-
them. Yeah.
Because they end up smoking that blunt. So, like, would she ditch a client like that?
Well, when you're a baller like that, you're the boss.
Mm.
It's like, oh man, that hot piece of meat walked away for 2 hours. Oh man, that's
Yeah,
okay.
but she could have been like, I'll see you at this time. You go to the party.
Yeah, how insensitive of her not to talk to him while she's sworn up. I'm sure communication was had off camera. She's a professional, remember?
But I
I
thought
did
that was
not-
another like particularly strong episode because you had that whole like dynamic between her and her friend, but then like it shifts into her trying to get out of the drug test, which was I thought pretty interesting.
Well, I thought that was an interesting episode because that was whenever things kind of felt like they were giving other characters kind of the spotlight.
Yeah.
And I thought that was interesting. Like whenever what's the guy's name? I'm sorry, the third guy. I can't ever remember his name.
Darius?
Darius? Is it Darius?
Yeah, they're like the real spacey dude.
Yeah.
That's Darius.
When they're at the club and he's like, I'm the guy that gets the drinks for free. You know, and he kind of like just like standing there. He's like, there's the guy. He's like, there I am. You know, like things just kind of worked out for him until it didn't. You know?
Yeah.
And then he like
What do
just
you
went
mean
home.
I need a purple wristband?
Yeah. I think I got this one and this one. She's like, that's not the right color. I don't know. I like that they kind of let each character have little vignettes, kind of showing their stuff, like the whole Cane Corso. I thought that was great. Cane Corsos, you don't hear that very often.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I really liked that club episode because I liked seeing a depiction on TV of people not having fun at clubs, which
Right.
is always me.
I
Like I'm that
also
guy
like-
going, "Why is this fun? I don't get it."
They
Well, also-
nailed the talking sequences where you just couldn't hear anything.
Mm-hmm.
Also, whenever the guy was like, this other rapper has bought the bar and apparently he's taken all the liquor with him. So, sorry, guys.
I was very
Y'all
confused
broke.
when that happened. I was like, what? Can that happen? They were probably even more confused.
You know, also, how much money you gotta have to buy a bar? And,
Stupid
was-
amounts.
but see, if the guy
Or just
bought
be
the
stupid
bar,
with it.
why is the guy at the end even relevant anymore?
Well, he was stunting like that. I think that's what it is. Is like
Stunting.
stunting, yeah.
Hard G.
I'm sorry, he was stunting.
There you go.
There you go. You know, he was flashing his wealth.
But did he
flexing.
really?
He was flexing
Because
on him.
that wasn't another rapper. He was an NBA player who plays for the Hawks.
Oh, I thought he was another rapper.
Now he's a
Oh,
basketball
I thought
player.
it was another rapper. Yeah.
But they keep repeating there's no money in the rap game. There's no money in the rap game. Like that was, you know, that's a real millionaire.
But see, this is my question: if he bought the bar or the club, why isn't the guy who's running the club just like, you know, here's your money,
Continuing to
I'm
party
out.
there.
I just got, you know, $10 million from my club.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's stupid, but I think it also just might be a power move of like,
Yeah, it
I
was
don't
just a
care.
power
Or
move.
I'm
did
getting
he
out with my
actually buy the
bitches.
bar? That's what I'm asking. Did he actually buy the bar, or was that just kind of a?
No, he didn't buy the bar. He bought all the liquor in the bar.
Well, he said he just bought the bar, which
Yep.
means he took all the liquor's his, and he's leaving. So
Ah,
they all celebrated it first. You know,
so Michael,
Hey
I did
man,
not-
how much to buy the bar? $1 million. Okay. Load up all the tequila in the bus. Is that how that works?
Well, is Georgia a state where you can take drinks to go? Because those do exist,
I don't think they care about.
unfortunately.
I did not see the
open
police
containers.
bust in the last episode coming at all. I thought it was going to be like a drive-by or something.
Spoiler alert.
no,
Which
that
one?
was a great scene. Whenever he lost his jacket, and it all ends up being
Oh,
a part
yeah.
of a huge like sting.
Mhm.
The best thing was Paperboy figured it out, like without even seeing it.
Yeah.
Something ain't
Mhm.
right.
He sniffed
Oh.
it.
The city ain't like this. The suburbs ain't like this. Something ain't right. And you just,
That's instinct right there.
yeah, and
Yeah.
and the fact that the guy was the Uber driver and that was their only contact with him, like they just happened to leave their Uber driver or their jack in the Uber car,
What a great cover.
and and he just happens to be this like drug dealer, arms dealer, or something like that the FBI is hunting down.
Yeah, they weren't too clear on like who he was, but he did not make it far. That was a brutal scene.
I'm just seeing my jacket.
Can you just check the pocket? Oh my god.
Was he looking for cash? Was he looking for cash? What did he leave in the
He
jacket?
was looking for his key.
It was the key
that
to
he
his
gave to his
storage.
friend.
Remember, his friend was holding it for him.
Yeah, I thought that was funny.
That was good. Can you just check his pocket?
There's like a secret one inside.
Your pocket.
Go.
Can you just go?
Is this a public storage key?
No, but yeah, overall, I think it was a great show. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to
Thoroughly
second
enjoyed it. I thought it was very different too. I felt like it was done very differently, and I felt like that was by
He had a
design,
unique directing style.
very much so. I mean, it was very refreshing to watch because I mean, it wasn't just all about success and fame. It felt like you were just casually going through the journey with these guys. I mean, kind of like what y'all said, curb your enthusiasm
with the rappers.
with rappers.
I really like the way that they used some drone photography because, like in the opening of the first episode, you're just kind of drifting over some of the neighborhoods, and then in the one where they're going to do the drug deal, they do it again where you're looking down over that like back twisting road through the forest that they're driving through, and it just kind of helps play up the sense that they're so isolated out there. I thought that was just fantastic.
It's very artistic. It's a very artistic show.
Yeah.
Well, season 2 has just ended. Last episode.
I'm probably
was on
gonna
May
watch
10th.
it for fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like when it's available, do you guys want to revisit and do another pod on season 2?
I'm always down.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Let's do that as a bonus for
I
the
mean,
fans. If we
it'll-
get
it'll
there,
probably
guys,
be-
subscribe down below. Click like if you like that idea.
Like, I bet it'll be a while.
Who knows? If you click like, we might do it sooner. Season 2 for Atlanta, guys. Smash that like, hit that bell.
Oh,
You know what to do.
So let's,
Oh, the self-plugging.
are we
let's
those
do
guys?
our,
Yeah, we are now.
Speaking of self-plugging, I also love
Oh.
Zan.
Ooh.
Like,
yeah,
I love.
Zan. He's like, I'm just
Zan.
like,
I thought that was an excellent roast of like what Eric was trying to do right there.
What?
Who?
Zan, the guy
Zan.
who's like, you want a hat, and he's got a hat with his name on it right there, and like it turns out he's just a pizza delivery driver, but he's like just shamelessly promoting himself constantly.
mm-hmm.
Where? When?
Okay,
It's like it was like episode 4.
black guy that like he rips on Paperboy's new song or something.
Oh,
on YouTube,
yeah.
and he
The
Paperboy wants to
blogger.
go confront him, and he's all happy to see him. He's like, dude, it's just a game. It's like I ain't got nothing
It's
to
a
do.
game, man.
I
He's like,
remember
you want to
that.
collaborate?
You're trying to
Good
make money
advice.
off the
That was
streets,
good
and I'm trying to
advice.
make money off you.
Yeah, dude, that's really good advice. They nailed the social media model. I mean, Donald Glover's a genius. He's not just going to waste his time with the show. He's going to have subtleties throughout the episodes where it's just like, huh. I don't know. I don't know if he's kind of like an exposer of the men at the top. That's not really ever been his angle, I don't think. But he always has something to kind of like reveal or show or
He has
have you
a
to think
message.
about.
He has a message, regardless of who's it's aimed at. or who's
Message
supposed to
in
do it, he has
a
message.
bottle. Sorry.
But I feel like he's subtle about it in a very satisfying way.
Well, in a satisfying way where
Right up
he
until
knows what he
episode
did.
7.
Like almost to the point where he does it for himself. And he just kind of wants you to see it, but he doesn't really care.
Mm-hmm.
I
It's
meant
like,
the
ooh.
subtleness about episode 7. I thought episode 7 was hilarious. Like,
Oh,
very
excellent.
unique directing style. I love the commercials, and that the story of the commercials kept progressing as it went on. That was funny. Montague.
But
Well, I didn't
Montague.
know. I didn't know that they pre-released way before the. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know. But way before I saw Atlanta, I saw that short clip of that the black guy who was talking about that he was identifying as a white man. What was his name? He's like, oh, I'm
It's
just
like Harrison.
Call
I'm
me
just a-
Harrison now.
Yeah, call me Harrison. I'm just a white guy who works at NASA. I don't know.
I'm a 30-year-old white guy.
Yeah.
35-year-old, and he was
35,
from, I
yeah.
want to say Cleveland.
He was
That
talking about
went
missing
viral.
Colorado.
That went
Oh,
viral.
Colorado. It was Colorado.
That went viral by itself, and I had no idea where it ever came from until I saw this.
Oh, interesting.
35-year-old white man from Colorado.
You could take any one of those clips and make them go viral.
Mm.
What IPAs do you have on tap?
Yeah.
It's a white person statement.
Well, it's so fun. Now I kind of want to watch Dear White People. I have no idea what it's about, but any kind of racial fuel always intrigues me because there's so much to say in that one statement. But one love. Come on, guys. We could all share in the humor. We all have idiosyncrasies.
Yeah.
Are you trying
I,
to
for
say,
one, don't
can't we
like-
all just get along?
I for one don't like IPAs, so that is wrong.
Only like
And IPA.
What IPAs do you have on tap?
It's really-
Have you seen Game of Thrones?
Now, I know lots of black people watch Game of Thrones. That's not a white person.
yeah.
Yeah, but we're
How
all,
many white people do you know that watched Atlanta? Good job, guys. We're helping the cultural divide here.
We are diversifying.
Yeah.
I don't think
It's a good show.
a good show.
It is a good show.
Well, I'm
We
glad
should seriously consider more FX shows to watch.
more ethnic shows. Yeah.
What?
Shows
Oh, yeah. Let's have some more ethnic shows to balance it all out.
on ArbCap, we have an entire segment on whether or not we can say ethnic food. So we're not sure that that's actually appropriate anymore. But
What
FX
other FX
shows-
TV shows are there?
The O.J. Simpson show was fantastic.
Fargo is
Fargo is
phenomenal. The one about the tyrant in the Middle East and that one's supposed to be interesting. There's like one called The Strain about like
Have you guys watched
some type of
Legion?
virus. I've heard Legion is mixed, like some good, some bad, like not great.
Yeah. I haven't seen it, and I don't really like superheroes, but I do like Aubrey Plaza.
I
So
do like Aubrey Plaza, and but I will say this: Fargo, especially since Key and Peele are in it.
Oh.
They're only in like 2 episodes at the very end.
I haven't been watching anything lately. Man, I've just been so busy. Have you been watching Fargo then?
I've only seen the first season. I haven't seen anything past that. Daniel, like 2 years ago, was like, "Aaron, go online and watch Fargo right now." And I was like, "Okay." And I just like started watching. I was like, "Oh wow, this is really good." And then like the second season was announced, and I never got a chance to watch it.
Any
Wilfred
comments?
was an FX show? What?
What?
Wilfred was an FX show.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
it's always sunny in
Always
Philadelphia.
Sunny? Yeah. I will say this: it was not sunny the first day we were here in Philly. So. Also, the bar's not actually in Philadelphia; in Los Angeles.
Right. Well, I'm going to make a bold statement right now, and I'm going to say Atlanta, the best show on TV right now.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna say that.
I don't know if I can say that. I'd say
Best
one of the stronger comedies for sure.
Well, it definitely stands out. See, I don't know anything else right now that's like. Nothing else is on the Community, 30 Rock, Arrested Development
I would say
level.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is far superior in comedy, in my opinion. If you're going
Ooh.
to
See, but we're getting into the opinion-based area. It's like
And now we're talking about
It's
comedy.
not-
Now we're talking about
this is not-
comedy and show design.
different-
Now we're talking about
show.
comedy and show design.
well,
They're
but
totally
this is
two
not-
different purposes.
This was not a sitcom. This was like, that's what I was saying at the beginning. This was an FX comedy. Like it was 20 minutes, but it wasn't sitcom format. It was like, I don't know how, it was like almost like HBO quality, but still
want-
20 minutes long. And
I-
that was cool. I enjoyed that. That was refreshing. But I don't know. For me, like the sitcom, like Parks and Rec and all that stuff, the comedy level was different than Atlanta. The Atlanta comedy was smart. Like I laughed at times, but it wasn't like for me. Like there were a few like ha ha ha, but most of it I was like, that was good. That's funny. I like that. I don't know. Like I lose my shit watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Like I'm just like like rolling.
Well,
with
I don't think Atlanta is meant to make you lose your shit.
Well, I know that's what I'm saying, but if we're gonna say best comedy on TV, I don't know if I can agree with that.
Well, that's not what he
said
said.
best comedy. I said best show.
I definitely wouldn't say that. I find Expanse to be
Like between you're saying, Jay, between all genres, no matter what there is, there's nothing
Right
better
now,
than
he said right currently.
right.
I said-
as
said
being
what I said.
produced.
Like airing or
He said
just
what he said, he stood by it. It doesn't need a
In the,
definition.
in the zeitgeist.
I think it's a
What?
good show.
I think
Hey,
it's a
so
good
I
show.
want y'all to force me to watch Black Mirror.
no.
Mirror Black.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know. I've said
Black
that.
Mirror's
Mirror.
Edge.
No, Mirror Black or Black Mirror or something like that.
Oh, yeah,
I'll watch them with you, Eric. I've seen only like 3 episodes, and mostly the later ones. And they're
There's 4
phenomenal.
seasons.
Yeah, they're phenomenal. But I've heard like the first season and like half the second season, they're just kind of like me.
Well, I feel like if we really stuck to note taking, one season would give us a whole lot to talk about. I think one season of Black Mirror could give us a 2-hour episode.
Probably. I mean, let's just need to do the good season.
Yeah, well, we could just jump in with season 2.
I would do season 4. It's really good.
Really?
What?
None of them are really connected in that.
I don't
Well,
want
that's what I'm
to
saying.
watch a show where I jump into season 4.
No. It's all about alternate reality styles.
I gotcha.
It's self-contained, Adam.
I understand. I still don't
Oh,
want to do that.
I'm sorry. You're just gonna make an irrational statement. All right. Well, let's make a vote because I gotta go. I'm needed. So let's vote. What was our rundown from the previous show?
Oh yeah. We never gave numbers.
Yeah, we
Oh,
did.
yeah, we got to do ratings.
Yeah.
All right, so Eric.
We never always
What was
started.
Cowboy
with me.
Bebop?
We always start
Cowboy
with
Bebop
Eric.
fan?
All right, what did I give Cowboy Bebop?
6.0.
Really?
Yeah. We didn't really like it.
Yeah, it was hard. Yeah, it was hard to keep our
It
attention.
felt kind of drug along, you know?
Okay. Were these the same amount, the length of episodes? Anyway, I would give this a solid, because we've already done decimals, 7.2.
Oh man, are we getting into that?
All right, 7.263.
Fuck you, Eric. All right, Adam.
8.5. Solid show.
8.5. I'm going to agree with Adam. I'm going to give it an 8.5. I really enjoy it. I think it's strong. Really love the characters, love the story. I really like this show. Aaron?
I'm gonna give it a solid 7.5.
There we go.
Can I give mine a solid 8? I'm just going to do an 8.
Sure.
You
There
were
we
peer
go.
pressured into raising your score.
No, yeah, I mean, I was. Y'all gave Donald a lot of love. I didn't want to be left out on the love.
Okay.
Good for you, Aaron.
Donald, if you're watching this, just know that you weren't left out on the love.
And we weren't talking to Donald Duck.
All right. Well, do we want to decide on a new show, or do you not have time for that?
Is there? I mean, I got like 5 minutes. I'm getting
Man,
text.
yeah, I have no idea.
What kind
Dexter.
of?
I've,
Oh,
I've
God.
been looking for
The
a
whole
good one to
series-
watch.
The whole series, Dexter.
No.
Let's see here. Are we wanting to do something like kind of more artistic, or are we want more comedy?
Music,
Or we want-
drama, comedy. Because for music, I would say The Get Down. That's great. It's very short. The Get Down is amazing.
We've done drama. We've done comedy.
You can't say that we've already done an ethnic show. There's not too much ethnic.
I'm not
show.
saying.
Adam, come on.
What?
Make shows. How
So-
about Todd versus the Book of Pure Evil season 1?
Negative. Man, that's just intense.
We'll go from one music genre to a different one. We'll go from rap to metal.
If we're gonna do that, we should do Ash vs. the Evil Dead season 1.
Oh, Ash vs. Evil Dead season 1. That's really good. I don't
Instead
think
of Todd,
Jake,
like,
I honestly don't think Jay could handle horror or blood or gore. So
okay.
even though
Then we
even
should
though-
go sitcom route. What's like a solid sitcom?
A
Satisfaction. There we go.
series-
Wait, what did he say?
Satisfaction.
Do we have a good animated?
I don't know what that is.
Satisfaction was a Canadian sitcom that's really fast paced. It's funny. I enjoyed it. It's real weird and quirky. Got canceled after one season.
Is it available?
It
Potentially.
quasi available.
I'm not sure if they took it off Netflix.
It wasn't on Netflix last time we checked, but there's like 6 different.
Hulu has Comedy Central, right?
Let's
Some.
see here. I'm trying to think of some other good ones that I have enjoyed.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some good ones too.
Oh, there was something I just saw. Hold on one second. Let me look at this.
We could watch Cobra Kai.
No.
Did
Boo.
anybody see the ads on that?
Boo. There it is.
Oh, Lost in Space. How about Lost in Space? I've been wanting to
Dude,
watch that.
Oh, that's good. Oh, it's so good. I want to talk. I want to talk about it so much without. It's so all right is the hard part about it.
Okay. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, Lost
The new
in Space.
Netflix show?
Yes.
yeah.
I've already seen it. Yes.
These are the ones we have to save, guys.
I'm not gonna not watch something.
It's also not a sitcom.
Are we going back to sitcom?
Well, I thought that
I was going back to new shows that are out.
Arrested Development season 5.
I don't know
Band
if
of
it's-
Brothers. Band of Brothers.
I don't think I'm
Yeah,
caught up on
I
Arrested
was watching
Development.
Band of Brothers.
Band of
Well-
Brothers, guys.
Well, if you haven't watched season 4, they do a pretty good recap at the beginning of the first episode of season 5 because season 4 really sucked. So you can just kind of skip over it.
Arrested
Really
Development.
enjoyed season 5.
Oh man.
Was very
Yeah,
enjoyed
just
season
came out
4.
today.
How about I got an episode? I got a show. It's a new show.
Hmm.
It's a sitcom. It's on I think NBC. AP Bio.
Oh, yeah.
Who?
AP Bio. It's about a
What-
guy
what
who was a
website can I
professor
watch it
at
on?
a philosophy program at a college, and he got disqualified or kicked out because of a feud with another professor, and so he has to get a job as a teacher at a high school while he's trying to plan his revenge. And Patton Oswalt plays the principal, and the main character is Dennis from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Interesting.
I've been watching it and it's great.
I'd be willing to watch it because I watched the first episode and that's all, and I was like, this is good, but then I've been busy.
Like very much
What
in the
about
way that
Krypton?
Atlanta isn't what you expect. That show's the same way.
I'm only more sad that I don't have a suggestion. But
What about
if-
Krypton?
I'm in support of AP Bio.
I'd be down for that.
All right, after this we had to. Oh, Atlanta was a good gem. It was a 20-minute gem, so it left me wanting.
You can always watch season 2 right now, Eric.
It left me wanting for
Adam,
a,
we
sh-
need
a show to
we
review.
need to figure out how to get our cable login so that we can watch FX online for free. 'Cause we should
I can
be
give you
getting
mine.
our- Oh really? I would like
Yeah.
that just because I want to watch some of these like Fargo and stuff.
Yeah, like I can give it to you, but I'll warn you, their interface is super clunky and you got to watch ads. But
Ooh.
You gotta watch ads after
Yeah.
you log in.
Have you
Yeah.
guys heard about Krypton?
No.
It is on the Sci-Fi Channel.
Well, it sounds like a Superman thing. It sounds
It is a
super.
Superman.
hey, if you guys want a palate cleanser that is in the complete opposite direction of Atlanta, we could watch LA to Vegas.
I will say that I'm opposed to anything involving DC except like I like some of the DC shows, but they're like man.
Their TV shows are so much better than their movies.
Oh, the D.
I don't disagree, but
DC.
I don't consider them to be great shows. They're entertaining, but I don't want to talk about them. Furthermore, Superman, least favorite superhero of all time. Like he's stoic,
Yeah, yeah.
he's unrelatable, he's uninteresting. He has no reason to ever watch. I have no interest in Smallville, Krypton, any of that stuff. Like that's.
I want to watch like a Spider-Man versus Superman fight movie. What is that movie?
Spider-Man versus Superman?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, they're not in the same universe.
But Superman flies through universes.
I don't
Because-
think that's how that works.
One time
How
he
can there be
flew.
more than one universe?
One time he flew back in time.
Yeah.
And planet from blowing up, but that caused Earth to be really, really terrible since he was never sent there. So he went back and let his planet be blown up just so that Earth wouldn't be
Um,
What a lost episode.
I want to get into some major players with these TV shows. Oh, which one was that?
Comment.
Well, some major relatable shows, not like just like AP Bio, brand new show.
Altered Carbon.
I watched the first couple and I liked it.
What's that one show?
I'd like
where the
something
three
more action
dudes- I'm not suggesting this show. I'm just trying to figure out who it is. What's that show with the three dudes living with that one super adorable chick?
No.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Every girlfriend's gonna make you watch this show.
I refuse to even speak its name.
What's his name? What's his name? Help me out.
Crazy
He
Ex
just
Girlfriend.
refused.
Master of None.
No,
I enjoyed Master One. Then
I did too.
Fantastic show. Gossip Girl.
No, I forget it. Never mind.
Girls, also terrible.
Oh, we should
Oh,
watch.
Pretty Little Liars.
Also terrible.
We should watch Trump American Dream on Netflix. It only has 4
Well,
episodes.
here, let's end the podcast. I gotta go. But
Let's carry this on in the chat. Can we do that? Let's vote in the chat.
we'll finalize and we'll post something in the Facebook channel. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a good pod. What was our average for Atlanta?
Ah, shit.
8.
8.5, 8.5, 8, and 7.5. So was that 8.2, 8.3,
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
something like that. So I think that's the winner so far. It's the best show we've watched.
Seems that way.
All
It's
right, well,
8.125. So 8 and an eighth.
8 and 8. Well, there we go. That's our leading TV show so far for 2018. I got to run, guys. So that is it for the show. If
Let us know what we should watch.
find out what we watch.
Keep it showy.
Keep it chilly. Signing off.